Step into the magic realm tonight. Leave your worries at the door, it's light. Every quest is here to guide your flight. In Norrath, where we'll all unite. Welcome to the show, come have some fun. Leave it all behind, watch the pixels run. Press start and let your journey begin. Norrath secrets waiting to be seen. Grab your gear and pack a smile or two. Dragons and quests await you. Chat and cheer, our community's true. Together in the stream we'll break through. Welcome to the show, come have some fun. Leave it all behind, watch the pixels run. Press start and let your journey begin. Norrath secrets waiting to be seen. You sing. Every quest calling heroes far and wide. Escape the grind, let your spirit ride. Here we laugh and conquer side by side. In this virtual land we'll all confide. Welcome to the show, come have some fun. Leave it all behind, watch the pixels run. Press start and let your journey begin. Norrath secrets waiting to be seen. Welcome to the show, come have some fun. Leave it all behind, watch the pixels run. Press start and let your journey begin. Norrath secrets waiting to be seen. Be seen. Be seen. You seen. Be seen.
Once there was a time when we Teir were the true
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
masters of
We are
Norrath.
going to be doing some Fallin Gate quests today, as you can see. I grabbed most of them that I could find. I had a few in my bank, so I'm going to activate a couple of those that I haven't activated yet. I do have one quest I know waiting for me right outside of Fallin Gate itself. I actually have a couple of city writs that are waiting for me, for me to finish that involve Fallin Gate as well. And those mobs, I have been in there before. I was going to finish them ahead of time, but they require the mobs to respawn at least once to finish them. Also, I have 4 in my bag. These purses of offering right here, purse of offering. I believe we can just pick a different response each time, and it'll give a different quest. This is a very small purse, worn and tattered due to years of neglect. There appears to be writing scrawled along the length of the purse's drawstring. These will drop if you're in Fallin Gate, but you can also purchase them off of the broker. They're fully tradable. As you can see, if I hover over, it doesn't mention that it's going to offer a quest or anything. It just says purse of offering, and that's it. Anyway, let's read the writing. And this one says, read the scribbled writing. And it gives this quest here. Memorial of Darkness. I found a purse while adventuring throughout the Fallin Gate that had words lining the drawstring. At some time, I was able to make out the following phrase: honor the memorial of darkness by giving of that which defines light from dark. And we get this ring here. So let's see if we can read all 4 at once. And we're going to read the writing. And now we're going to read the scratched writing. And this one looks like it gives an earring. And the text is going to be the same. So I'm not going to read all the text again. It basically, if you have ever been in Fallen Gate, just maybe leveling, passing through, not really necessarily doing all the quests, you'll notice right away upon entering, you go through a little archway down below the ramp, and then there's posts in all four corners. And they do light up when you put your cursor over them, but it doesn't appear as though they do anything. Those would be our 4 areas where we turn these in. Okay, third one is the smudged writing. And then that was for belt. And then the fourth one is faded writing. And it looks like a neck item. Okay. We have way more than 10 quests in the Fallen Gate, so we're not going to be able to see all 10 of them at once. We're not going to be able to see all the quest feathers all at once for those quests because we're limited to only 10 quests will show up in this
Show your
quest.
enemies the mercy they deserve. None.
I don't even know what they call that thing. Quest window. At a time. And the 10 that are in there will determine which ones show feathers, or even, in the case of some quests, the blue dot or the blue shaded in area. I do know that this guy here, I talked to him earlier about opening up the Fallen Gate if you had to. I mean, it was an old access quest. I did the old access quest, and now he wants to, maybe she wants to talk to me again. Why do your vacant expression and those filthy clothes seem familiar to me? Ah, yes, you're the one that required the Fallen Gate key for Kinos. Kanos, not Kinos, Kanos. I remember him pointing you out as you crossed this way a few days past. Yeah, well, so what if he did? Good, you remember then. This city has a reputation of making people forget. Now, if I'd have judged you by your shabby clothes and that horrid stench that seemed to follow you as you crossed my way, I would have thought you a vagrant drunkard. I am. Surprised this city has not yet shackled what little intelligence you have left. And I just give a, huh? As you may well remember, you promised to do more work for Kanos. And if I were you, I'd keep that promise. As the last whelp that lied to him is now, shall we say, having a hard time being found. What? I never Silence, fool. You have discovered that a Thexian wizard has knowledge of... No, we have discovered that a Thexian wizard has knowledge of Kanos' excursions to the Fallen Gate. This information cannot get out, as it could damage his reputation within the Freeport militia. And I just stand there and keep listening. Now, they would normally ignore ranting from Thexian scum. However, this wizard has gained notoriety by bribing the militia. They may be more apt to listen to him than the other vermin who are trading rumors for gold. All right, what do you got in mind for me to do? And here's what this guy, Zavida, has in mind. Now, as a reward, I'm going to get this lovely, lovely stuff. He told me to go to Fallen Gate and seek out clues as to the whereabouts of a Thexian wizard she suspects knows about Kanos. Xanthorpe nightly entrances into Fallen Gate. Having dealt with Kanos before, I am not expecting much reward for this when I'm done. However, it seems I was in a do-or-die situation, and besides, how bad could this wizard really be? I accept your quest, sir. And then he's like, listen up, all right? Blah, blah, blah. The inhabitants of the city may have already done part of your job. That is, of course, assassinating the wizard and his traveling companions. I understand, I think. Let me write this down. Boop. Very well. I will go slow. I know that Rotunga-sized brain of yours has problem memorizing detailed tasks. Ready? Kanos wants you to go to the Fallin Gate and find any clues as to the whereabouts of the wizard and his lapdogs. Go on. Find out how that wretched wizard learned of Kanos's visits to the city. Go on. And lastly, bring back the proof. All right, enough. All right, I'll see what I can do. I wonder what they're looking at here. Trying to figure out what this is a map of. I can't quite make it out. It's somewhat reminiscent of Firod. You know, surrounded by mountains on all sides, except the coastline here. It seems like there's a little entranceway right here going into it. And then there's this area that could be the Temple of Khazig-Thul. But would that make sense for the... Ooh, I don't think they want me looking at their map. Okay. We better get rolling before we get in trouble. So this is our episode 11 today. Fallen into Fallin Gate. Every single quest. And right now, how many quests are in Fallin Gate? 16 at the moment. We'll be able to pick up 3 on the way in, I believe. And let's RP this baby. Up the steps, yeah. Yeah, I want to go from the docks. I could have went from there, but we're RPing, and if we're RPing, we're going to run over just like we would if we were in the world, and we're going to go to the main dock here. And then we're going to go to the Common Lands. And then in the Common Lands, we'll get on a Griffin Tower. Fly that over to the Nectilus Forest exit. I think I have completed every quest in the Common Lands, every clicky. Anybody I could interact with. I've done all the history of quests. If you're curious how that went, you can take a look at there's 2 VODs, episode number 9 and 10 in the VODs. And then there was it was tragic, and it wasn't pretty. Yesterday I had to go get I had the last book. I had to get that thing updated, and it required that I go into the Runes of Varsoon to get my updates, and everything in there is red to me, right? Triple up, heroic, red stuff. Because at the time I was level 20. I'm 22 now. I got to level 22 so I could grab some of the writs that I wouldn't be able to get if I wasn't up to level 22. So I'm level 22. I'm going in there, and it's ugly, man. It's really ugly. So I think, I know what I'll do. I'll just jump onto my higher level character, clear out some area, camp back over to this character, and then progress. Well, that stuff was popping. The little bats and stuff in the little tunnels, they were re-popping before I could even get in there. But I made it. Eventually I made it. Okay, here's the one I was thinking I would pick up. This guy here out front.
Do not interrupt what is undoubtedly the most important discovery in the past 300 years. Begone. I have much work to attend to here.
Important discovery? Perhaps you have something you need assistance with.
I've spent the better part of my life filled with the desire to return to our ancestral homeland. Freeport is a pit of common filth and fills me with loathing that you cannot begin to comprehend. Now, on the eve of our return to the great lost city of Neriak, I shall not be deterred.
Is that where this gate leads?
Yes, but we've still much to learn before sending down more victims. I mean, scouting parties. While we are certain that we have tunneled into the far side of what used to be the old foreign quarter of Neriak, we still remain unaware of what lies in store for us.
Yeah, this zone connects to Dark Light Woods. You know, Common Lands connects to Dark Light Woods, and that Dark Light Woods connects to Neriak. But Fallen Gate used to be the entrance to Neriak. There can be no glory for a dark elf afraid to explore his native land.
So simple a task as you think, it is not. There is much reward for those that would be willing to assist us, the loyal followers of the Thexian Empire. You seem to bear no fear of the tomb we have uncovered. What say you to venturing into them and bringing back lore that you may find?
I'm all about the lore. I'm in there. Consider it done. The pit doesn't scare me. Reward is what I'm after. Vexian loyalist. And they always tell me the name of the loyalist, so then I have to deal with the name. Let's call him TN. Bid me to venture into the tunnels that they have opened. He mentioned I might find journals of what transpired all those years ago. I do not care much about his plight, but it seems as though the ancient dark elven city may yet hold much to plunder. And if I do this, I shall get a delicious, and it will be an upgrade. Well, it doesn't have a proc on it. Sentries, helmet of the vigilant. Let's see, put that thing on for a second. Pretty much stock. You have to keep it stock though. Imagine if like the level 20, 22 stuff was just amazing, and then how would they build it up if they went through the expansions? So we pretty much
return to me when you
have tin can on our head. I better turn this game sound way down, or it will compete with my voice, and it usually wins. When I forget to turn the game sound down, the game sound tends to win. Even though I'm almost choking on this, I got this mic right in my face. I got it jacked up to 75% gain. And I'm talking quite loud. They can hear me up on the upper level of my house here. If I drank it like this, would it seem like it was even better? Hot cup of joe, is it? No, it's a ice cold cup of delicious. I've replenished my supply. Diet Mountain Dew. Here we go. We're probably going to need the Merc in here. I don't think there's any concern about dying, but this stuff's going to be yellow, and I think yellow at the worst. We'll see. We got some snakes. I have some Far Seas requisitions that I'm doing as well, so. It looks like 3 of the Far Seas requisitions wanted snakes. Won't somebody help me? Oh, I gotta see if these guys are talking.
Well met.
No, not this one. Oh, thank you for rescuing me. I've been stuck here for days. These zombies won't let me leave. Please, please help me out of here. Okay, how about a couple quick questions? Okay. Oh, thank Bristlebane. You've come to rescue me. Now, I knew if I waited long enough, somebody would come. Oh, I just knew it. I have been stuck here for days, and look here. I was bitten by one of the zombies, and now they won't let me leave. Do you know how hungry I am? Oh, you calm down. I have a couple questions. Now, please. But you promised to help me afterwards? Oh, I knew someone would help me. If it wasn't for those no good Teir, I'd already be out of here. But you're different. I can just see it. Teir? What Teir? Well, a few nights ago, 4 dark elves passed by, but they just mocked my cries for help. I heard them cackling as they went in further. It's strange. that I have not yet seen them come out. Let's turn that down. I will indeed help you. Wait here, and I'll be back, I promise. Would I lie? Okay. Is this... Did she want me to just go outside? I can't... Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just going to pop my head out and back in. The quest that we updated with her, I don't think is on my screen, so I don't know. And there's so many of them. I figure I'll just see. No, he doesn't. That wasn't it. Okay. I think that in the long run, that's quicker than if I would have went through and read all the quest text and stuff. All right, and then we got this guy. Belchbottom. Belchbottom, that sounds like a long night. Oh, thank you for heeding my plea. My companion and I were separated, and I haven't seen him for days. Yeah, and we made a pact that if we ever separated, we would meet at the exit. This is as far as I got. I'm terribly frightened. Please, will you help me? Sure, what can I do? All right, a halfling by the name of Logan Belchbottom told me the story of him and his companion getting separated. He pleaded for me to help find his companion, Mr. Burp Belly. I told him that I'd see what I could do while I'm down here, and I will get old Burp Belly's charm. If I'm looking for a guy named Burp Belly, and I get Burp Belly's charm for doing that, I either find him or I find a carcass, and I get the charm that I find on him as proof that he's dead. Couple more snakety snakes. They want 6. I'm seeing 2 so far. It's going to be slow going right now. I do see a feather right inside the gate as well. It's down there and to my left.
And I'll return with help. I will have vengeance.
Nobody dropped anything. I think eventually I'm gonna... Do I even need those? There should be some bats in here. Yeah, you actually need them for the... I need them for my Far Seas requisitions. There are 5 Far Seas requisitions in here. Here's the Sarge. Listen up, men. Is he talking?
Yeah, got it. This ain't a game of smack the brownie. And if I see any more of you crying for your mama's world, I'll yell louder, understand? Lumpy Rumblebelly here's gonna do the scouting. What's that? Fine. Special Agent Tippy Toe's gonna do the scouting before we do the deed.
Alright. What in Norrath are you talking about, Ghost? Charge of the Leatherfoot Brigade, Tippy Toe. I've spoken with the ghost of a halfling in the Fallen Gate. It seems the ghost is replying to the events that led up to his death. Is replaying the events. He even thinks that I'm one of his soldiers, Lumpy Rumble Tummy, aka Special Agent Tippy Toe.
That's what I want to hear! I'm entrusting you with these deactive maker code thingies that gnomes gave us in case something goes wrong. You keep them close, got it? Now get in there and find us a good place to put the thingamajig. Check for shadowy rooms there, market stall pit, or maybe a water supply, got it? And don't get caught by those wicked elves, got it?
I'm not Tippy Toe. You're not listening, are you? Fine, I'll do it. Alright, let's get that game sound turned back down again. Okay. I thought I'd get me a shiny, but... Really curious if anybody else has their gamed so that you face the face mobs when you're engaged. Shiny shard of channeling. There used to be a way. Let's give it a try. Why not? All right, let's do a little parkour. Oh, well, never mind. Pulled him down anyway. That guy was up above. That's the thing I was going to see if we could do. It's an exquisite chest. I need to get a song just for exquisite chest drops. Is this the thing? No. Is this the thing? Yes, righteous hand axe. It's fabled, but they did not even. Okay, so the way I saw it done was the guy went to this rock, jumped on it, jumped on this thing, ran to the top of this, and then just jumped up like that.
Welcome to torment and destruction.
The part where their mercenary ran up using the that part never happened. This reminds me of being a hunter in World of Warcraft. You get kicked out of groups when you're a noob and you're constantly trying to manage your hunter pet, and the hunter pet will take a route of its own and take half the zone over to you in about the second time. Sometimes the first, maybe the third time. You're gone. You get kicked out of the group. They're a little bit ruthless over at when you're playing World of Warcraft. I mean, I don't blame them, but when I say them, it means that I was the one that kept screwing up. I'm an old man. What do you expect? They don't take that into consideration, I don't think. Okay, why do we have more? Probably AoE damage down below. Yeah, so I think this Fallen Gate is we're probably going to be dealing with these quests in here the whole stream. I think here's a.
I have no time for meddlers. Destroy them.
I thought that was our update. That must be for something else. Oh, isn't there a? There's somebody ended up in the soup bowl downstairs. Not downstairs, but farther in, where they're cooking up.
Look what's
It's actually about 3/4 of the way into the zone. There's a dude that's
Fall back. Order a tactical
it's a skeleton, and he's like boiling in a pot of stew. I think that's the quest update for the burp belly thing or whatever. And that is his. Does he only give one, maybe 2 quests? That guy in the beginning, not the ghost. The ghost gives 4. I'm not in here to level, which is kind of rare. I think the majority of people, it's a great zone to level in, but my XP is turned off, so I'm not leveling here. Leveling is pretty easy. I'll just finish. What I've been doing so far is I just finished. I have like all the collections. If you've never watched one of my streams before, I was prepping to stream for a year on this character. And so I made sure that I was able to find, to the best of my knowledge, I have every collection in my depot
Destroy them.
that belongs to the Shattered Lands content. And so if I want to, I can just complete a quest, a collection quest anytime I want to do it. In case you're wondering what's wrong with my voice, this is my voice. It's a combination between going through puberty, like right there. It's a combination of going through puberty and having gargled with Drano.
I hope you put your
And so in real life, I don't really use this push voice like this. I usually, I just use a really short. It's actually kind of difficult to understand me. Although I've watched a couple of my VODs, and it is hard to understand me anyway. I don't enunciate my words very clearly. It's all a big mush mouth. And so I knew that. I knew that was the case. So I went and got a microphone, the Shure SM7B, so that I could look both like Asmongold and possibly, through the use of high quality audio, you might be able to understand some of the words out of my mouth. That's kind of working. The only part is sort of has to do with if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there, does it make any noise? Yeah. That's kind of where we're at right now. If a streamer talks as clearly as possible and nobody's in chat, did he ever make a sound? Well, I'm happy after doing 2 days. Actually, it was even more than that. It was about a week of quests where I had the tomes, where I had the books, whatever. What do I got here? Look around for a water supply. I need to scout around for a supply of for a water supply. 2 of my Farsi's requisitions have completed, which is great because I can take them off of the list now. And we will do that because they're taking up a valuable spot. It was 212. Oh. Yeah. Common lands. 73 and 212. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, gotta fade. Okay, we're gonna try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can take one of these. Maybe this one. I went too far because I can get rid of 4 of them. It looks like I can just... It looks like those purses that I can maybe turn them in right now. Unless they want me to... I can't recall how it goes. I need these. shadow lurkers for their venom. These, yeah, these 4. Study the poem to gain understanding. Memorial of Hatred. I need to collect ghastly hearts from the zombies. I need to collect ghastly brains from the zombies. I need to collect ghastly blood from the... Oh, gosh. I hope it isn't ghastly ball sacks. I mean, times are tough. Work is hard. Let's see. Eyeballs. I was close. I was close. All right. Basically, keep killing zombies. Kill zombies and gather parts. And pardon me, I gotta send a message to myself just to check the volume of this. Okay, good. Zombies, these are counting for 5 quests. Brains, it's what you for dinner. That globe is familiar. Like, it's part of a quest of some type. Or maybe it's a globe just like it. I don't know for sure. The mob density gets a lot higher in these areas down here. My healer does a really good job here. Unless it's an epic mob, the healer pretty solid. And Merc, with a lot of feathers around here. Got Merc waters there. I don't know that there's a mob. There's not a mob in here that is not a quest update. And the youngsters are over there, the little shorties, the halflings. I haven't purchased arrows in a long time. I should probably make sure next time I'm in town that I have some feathers. Who's zapping me? Still did not put that on my harm touch. I still did not add that to my macro. But in a way, I'm like, I'd rather just have it be around in case it's a super tough mob, and then I actually have to click it. See how much AA we get. Ooh. This will get us to our next point, right? 330. Yeah, 330. All four of them give some, which is great. We have a Necromancer Master. The master you want, of course, is the pet. Always. Find 3 seals. Those are rare. They have to be really rare drops. All the zombies that I've killed. I need to find the wizard. Okay, well I got all 3 and then it says I need to find the wizard. Should take the long way. Let's see if we need these spiders. Yeah, we do. Oh, there's a guy. That's right. There's when we get to the top of this, up by like the last mob, I believe there's a copper, somebody's campsite or something up there. A lot of ghastly brains, blood, eyeballs. It's a blessing of sorts when you have this many quests in one area, but it also, you have to deal with keeping them all organized and paying attention. And then probably the realistic thing is, did I even get all of them? Like, did I find them all? Because there'll be like one person in the corner of some city that had a quest to go into an old zone. I think I might have to go a little bit farther here, like maybe more than a couple mobs. They take a little bit to kill because they're, they're fairly tough. I think level 22 is probably a decent level to be in this zone. I don't know if it's going to be true of... I feel like maybe I should get 23 or 24 before I go into Stormhold, but I haven't decided if I would. Because I know the stuff at the back end of that's going to be level 30. Like at the very bottom, where those, I believe, right? Where the salamanders are. Goblins, salamanders, and that last scion. Okay, we got the old Weaver, Dream Weaver. I believe we can make it through the night. There's a skeleton, but it's not, the skeleton, but it's not. We'll have to take a closer look, but the skeleton itself did not seem to light up when I put my mouse over it. I came up here for a dandelion fiber. I just killed the big named in the zone. What'd you get? A dandelion fiber. No. Let me get the map open here and see what it says there. It says that is Tippy Toe. Must be a later quest. There we go, got a little treasure chest. All right. You know, last time I streamed, I think I was talking about I needed a lozenge on board at all times. Keep my voice fresh and crispy. It's not fresh and crispy right now. You're of that not so fresh feeling. I believe if you're from the 90s, you might know what that not so fresh feeling is I'm talking about. maybe 80s. We have about all the lore we needed in here. The lore was they were basically... It was like a back entrance, I think? Back entrance to Fallin Gate? No, I mean to Neriak. I'm really kind of a lazy fighter because I just have a mouse macro that just presses 1 for me. Hey, my research is done. So as long as something has aggro on me, I can just click the button on the side of the mouse. Okay, before we go any farther, we're going to go into our... Now that we're level 20, we get to do our... My strategy when I'm up, like researching spell upgrades, is to just... Probably what everybody does. I just take the highest level ones because I'll have them for they'll be useful the longest. At level 20 though, it's like 50 cents, which it'll add up. But it's 50 cents to go from adept to journeyman. Let's just do it, and we can start working on the next one. Okay, this will get us the master. I mean the expert. So we'll do that. Usually I just craft them. Because this is an alchemist, I usually just craft them. But I just haven't been around hanging out in town looking for stuff to do. Got all my gear made, and then I did upgrade a few spells. I think I upgraded up to level 20. So 21 and 22 were not. I tell you, you do not find low-level master spells on this Maj duel. You do not find them on the server. Very rare. There's probably a couple reasons for that. Number one, the number of people playing the low level are probably over on the server, right? On Ashti, where it would make sense to people be hanging out. If you're going to play a low-level character, you're probably going to go to an Ashti. Sul and do that. And then the next thing is, if you're playing a character low enough for a low-level master to drop, the loot is a lot smarter at the low level, so it's probably a master you're going to just use on the character you're playing. Number 3 reason would be most people have Guild Hall with a spell scroll depot in it, and then a lot of times you're just out adventuring, you want to empty your bags really fast. You go to the spell scroll depot, you hit deposit all, you go to the lore and legend depot, you hit deposit all, you go to collection depot, you hit deposit all, and they're just there. And that's true of so many things. Like we bring the broker up here, and let's see, maybe a phase steel cluster. There are 6 on the entire server, 6 phase steel clusters. And I would say that probably number 1 reason there is going to be the same. all the way across the board, including the Harvest Depot. Bags are full of junk. Go in there, hit deposit all, boom. All your rares, anything you might have sold in other situations. It's all put away for you. Alright, I need some of these witches for my city writ. Figures, I thought this guy would come out. He's red. I don't think I have the quest for him. He does have a quest feather, but I think it's just because he's a zombie. He's taking a pretty good bite out of me. What level is he? 31? I know he's only 9 levels ahead of me, but I need some heals here. Hanger. I need some heals. What do you think's in the small chest here? So yeah, that's a quest later on. I don't remember the exact quest or the circumstances around it, but he's a high level like that for a reason. Do I really need this? I think they'll make me come and get it later anyway. Denzian, I think I should just keep. So the question is, there's a lore and legend book in one of these tents. I think it's the third one back. There's a lore and legend in there. So let's stump the viewer. Do you remember which lore and legend book is in the tent? I think it's the far tent. Let's. You know, I think these are going to be placeholders for the witches, so. Zombie was the answer. If you said zombie, you are today's winner. Whoever made this map did a heck of a job, because it's, I mean, I don't mean the layout, but I mean the person that actually originally submitted the map to EQ2 Maps did a great job. Because look at it, what a mess. Absolute mess. And I don't, nothing disparaging toward the person that made it, because they did an absolute amazing job. And the designers did an amazing job. It's just the process of making it into a map that's useful for the add-on had to have been a lot of work. That's all I mean by that. I must find a journal. There's a war witch, baby. I'm going to kill it first before going into the building, because that way that will give the war witch an opportunity to respawn. And I believe the witches share the spawn. Is it table? Spawn table with the assassins. Oops. Oops, we got a little splash damage going on. Fallin gate, my goodness. We're 1 hour into our broadcast today. 1 hour today, and we have a long way to go. Okay. Well, we obviously we came. I will stop the stream for now and try to figure out what's going on here.